more leads in the next six weeks. I'm going to share with you how we're building out this YouTube ad campaign for a local agent we've just taken on yesterday. So this, what you see on the screen right now, is essentially the steps or the funnel. There's a common word now that everyone's used to. The steps that a consumer has to go through to become essentially a qualified or a lead. Okay. If you have to excuse these little fingers here. So I'm going to share with you literally the steps and the power of YouTube. Now, if you don't already know, YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet. Go and have a look at yourself, and if you haven't, looked at it, then, it's a very powerful tool for an estate agent. There's loads of, like, not just estate agents on it, but also YouTube, mortgage companies, conveyancers on there, Phil Spencer's on there, obviously, Chris Watkins on there, Lord Chris Watkins, my vote. So it's where people go to actually sit here with a cup of tea. The average view time is over 10 minutes of consuming content in a video format. Google owns YouTube, so it's a search engine by its total intent. And when we're talking to people on YouTube, we're talking to them as if they are sitting there with a cup of tea looking for information and education. So we're actually targeting enabling this agent in a certain area. I'm going to share with you now the whole thing before I wrap it on. But we're going to be just taking on a new client in the Cheltenham area. Doesn't want to cover, he hasn't got a big area, hasn't got a big budget, so we don't need a big budget with this. I'm going to share with you all about it now. Cheltenham's a very small area. I don't know actually how many chimney pots there are. If there's anyone in the community that knows the chimney pots, then drop in below a comment. But what we did, the agent didn't want to do videos themselves, so I was down there yesterday in Cheltenham. So I did a little bit of a video just to demonstrate how easy it is. And just wanted to sort of show you, how we're doing it. So here is the targeting option. Okay, so we're targeting everyone in the blue. Okay, just in Cheltenham. So okay, and it's a skippable YouTube ad. Okay, so that's that for now. I'm going to share with you the audiences as well. So these are the groups of people that we're going after. So as you can see here, we're targeting anyone above 45. Okay, so 45 to 65 plus. Okay, we're targeting homeowners. That is if that's not like a key thing for you. We can target property investors as well and stuff like that, because we're combining the audiences of Google search. So obviously Google owns YouTube, as I've already said, but YouTube and Google share the data. So they share what people are looking for, not whether you're a male or a female or any particular, real personal information, but just the fact that your phone or your computer has been searching for a certain thing. So, and we're obviously, Google, for whatever reason, knows you're a homeowner because you've probably been looking at mortgages, you've probably been looking at, all these sort of things that are unique to a homeowner. And we're also going after people that have recently been looking at certain keywords as well. So indicating that they're thinking about selling. Okay, so don't need to go too much into that. But the power of it is that we're not wasting our views, so to speak, on anyone really under the age of 44, because they're most likely going to be not in our client demographic that we've already established in our ICP or ideal client profile. So anyone in the Cheltenham area will know Pittville Park. Okay, so that's the sort of sign behind Pittville Park, stood outside, and obviously anyone in the area is going to recognise that, so they're going to know it's local content. Okay, and then we're calling out the right person. Now this is a 28-second video, but again this is demonstration. Anyone that clicks the skip button after 5 seconds, we don't pay for it. Okay, so the first thing is the hook, then there's a story, then there's a call to action. Okay, anyone knows about storytelling, hook, story, beginning, middle, and end. The call to action is all about, clicking the link, coming to a website that's relevant to that area. So we actually localize our landing pages. So, how much is my Cheltenham house worth today? So it's a bit of an online valuation, but it's personalised. We've got on the page there's Google reviews. There's further social proof on how we've achieved X, Y, Z in the last 12 months. Anyone that completes the form, now I think it's about 6 questions that the consumer has to fill out. If they become qualified, they get a text message 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds later. And this is artificial intelligence having a conversation with the person who's filled out their information, asking a little bit more information, and qualifying them whether they would like essentially a home visit from a valuer, which is what the goal is really. But we all know as well that when someone's thinking about selling, it's a multi-month, multi-week decision. It's a contact sport. So we've got other content that's been dripped out to the consumer as well. Nurturing, showing demonstration, social proof, and also as well, obviously with the offer of putting them on the database to actually, get a list of local properties that are on the market and that sort of thing if they're looking to stay in the area. So again, it's very, very powerful. And YouTube, again, if someone presses skip after 5 seconds, you don't pay for it. Really, really powerful. So yeah, that's essentially how we're generating leads 24/7, 7 days a week. But the AI is doing all the follow-up. This is the critical thing here. The agent has literally got to sit there and just, basically before he gets the notification of an appointment being made, he just briefs over the notes and gets the cliff notes essentially and goes, right, okay, this person's got this problem. This is how we're going to fix it. Let's go and do the visit. Let's try and build a rapport, do all the relationship building and all that sort of stuff. But this is how this is our call to solve method really, which is but using AI, it stops that speed to lead issue that everyone seems to struggle with. You get a lead last night, and you might not get through to it till Monday, because the offices are quite often closed on the weekends and stuff like that. Well, here now we've got AI and artificial intelligence and WhatsApp messages and all that sort of jazz.